Hello there. I'm Scotty, and you're not. And welcome to the start of what will probably be a very long series. Pick 10 Oscars. 10 movies, 10 long movies, and this one's an indication. Oh boy, is it gonna be a long one. Titanic was the first one I picked. Shut up, blades. Titanic is very ironic that I picked it first. I do this randomly, but yeah, because Titanic was big. I mean, I grew up in the 90s, man. I remember 1997, this came out. It exploded all over the place. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing a poster or a trailer or, on the TV spots and stuff. People talking about it. It got a lot of Oscars, including Best Picture. I think Kate Winslet won Best Actress, I think. Did she win? I don't remember. This thing won 11 Academy Awards. It says right here on the box. And we actually watched this not in the theater, although I would love to see this in the theater. But we watched it on a VHS. This VHS. 2 tapes, not this particular one, because I'll tell you what happened. My grandma actually bought the 2 VHS tape set of this, right? We borrowed it to watch it, right? And we had it for a while. And the VCR ate one of the tapes. I think it was like the second one. My mom felt so bad that when the DVD came out, she bought my grandma the DVD for it. But yeah, these VHS tapes. Let me just, if you could tell which part's the first part. Look at this. This is part 1, the first half of the film, right? Romance, sailing, happiness, happy people. Second half, despair, flooding, boat sinking into the ocean. That tells you what each part is about. So it's very good design. All right, so the biggest question I'll probably ask for most of these, except for Casablanca, because it's not that long a movie, that one is it justified in its length? Let me tell you something. I was watching this, and I thought I was pretty much well into it. I'm like, how much time do I have left? I gotta be at least halfway, right? But they hadn't hit they hadn't even hit the iceberg yet. So I checked. I was only an hour and 14 minutes in to a 3-hour and 14-minute movie. I had 2 hours left of this film. There were 2 hours left of this movie. And I went, oh my God, we can't, no. Ugh. So is it justified in its length? Going in, I would have told you no. After rewatching this, I would say kind of yes. There are certain things, like perhaps it takes a little too long to rescue Jack from underneath the boat there. Like he gets handcuffed up there and left to die as the ship is sinking. She goes down, and it takes her forever to find where he is, and then she leaves and goes to find something or someone to help. She runs to this guy who tries to take her away, and there's an argument, and she punches him in the face, and he goes to the hell with you, and then she's on her own again, and she got the axe, and she goes back, and then she has to test to see if she can hit the axe right. It's just, man, and there's a lot of talking scenes. I mean, like, I get it. You want to have character building scenes where they talk. Like, the scene where they're at dinner, I was just like, they talk. And they talk and they talk, and I get it's a commentary on the classes back then. And there's a lot of that in this film. Jack is third class. He's in the bottom of the ship, and the others Rose and Cal and all them, they're high society. They're first class passengers. They get all the luxury. I don't know. But yeah, I would say there might be a little too much commentary on that. I mean, especially when it gets to the part where they are getting people onto lifeboats. Uh, all first class pilots say women and children, but it's only first class women and children. And then it's really weird because at one point they say we got all the women and children, and yet like a couple minutes later, someone's just women and children only, and I'm like, didn't they just say they had all of them? I don't know. In my opinion, it should be all the women and children, not just the first class passengers. Like, oh, is this the first class boat? It should be equal. You're trying to save lives, it should be equal. And the fact that only one boat goes back to try to save people and it took too long to do it. The story here is in 1997, I'm assuming. A man named Brock, played by Bill Paxton, who I keep forgetting is in this movie, by the way, has found is looking through the Titanic wreckage and finds a safe, with the intention being that the heart of the ocean, a diamond, excuse me, hold on, I gotta go my nose now. So the heart of the ocean, which is a diamond in the shape of a heart. He's looking for that. He and his crew are looking for that, and they think it's in this safe on the Titanic. When they open the safe, there's nothing in it, but they do find a drawing of a naked woman, which leads them to Rose, a woman. I forgot what her last name is, but an old woman who claims to be the woman in the picture. She shows up, and I want to say, like, they want her to tell them where the diamond is. So she sits there for 3 hours, 3 hours and 14 minutes, telling a story about how she fell in love on the Titanic. And let me just say, whoever came up with this idea, like, hey, let's tell a story, let's do a movie, tell the story of the Titanic. And then they're like, let's tell all the hardships, everything they went through. And then someone went, nah, let's make it a love story. This was one of the biggest disasters in human history. A lot of people died. I don't know the exact number, but a lot of people died. And you want to make a love story out of it. And not only that, a tragic love story when one of them dies. And I've always thought this, and maybe I'm not thinking it. You're telling a love story that's 3 hours long and ends with one of the characters dying. So what the hell was the point of the love story? They don't get to be together at the end. Well, if you interpret the end of the film in a certain way, they do. But they don't get to be together. However, rewatching it this time, it's not about them ending up together. Although they could have if Rose would scooch over and let him on the door. And I know people out there be like, oh, he tried to get up and it sunk. She wasn't positioned on the door right. All she had to do was position so that she was on one half of the door and he could climb up on the side that was up in the water. It would dip down, causing the other side to pop up, and he just shimmied to the side and he could have laid there and survived. I'm just saying that door could have held both of their weights if they were positioned in a way to make it buoyant enough to stay on the water, if they were smart. But it was cold, they're in a panic, and Jack was more concerned with saving her than anything. I'm just saying, though, they both could have survived, James Cameron. Just saying. But no, The point was that she got to live her life. He saved her in more than once, more than one way. He saved her. And she got to live a life. Free from Cal, free from her mother. I'm assuming, like, we're seeing that her mother and Cal both survive, I'm assuming. So, I'm assuming that she got away from both of them and made her own life. And this woman, they say she's 101. The actress who played older Rose was only in her 80s, but it works. She is a little lively for 101, though. I'm just saying. But yeah, the acting in this film I think is fantastic. DiCaprio, this was his first big picture, I think. I think he was in a couple other things, but nothing big. Was he in Romeo and Juliet before this? I think he was. Wasn't he? I had to think Romeo and Juliet was like 95 or something. Alright? Here. 1,500 people went into the sea when Titanic sank from under us. 6 were saved from the water, myself included. 6 out of 1,500. Afterward, the 700 people on the boats had nothing to do but wait. Wait to die, wait to live. Wait for an absolution which would never come. So was it like 700 people or so that survived or whatever? I don't know. But, yeah, look. I like this movie. I'll say it right off the bat. I like this movie. Here's the thing. And this is about the aspect ratio. This movie deserves to fit the entire screen of your TV. And I get it. They put this widescreen because IMAX ratio. Whatever. I don't care. This is one of the films that deserves to be fit the entire screen. Can you imagine? Because I've watched this on TNT and stuff, and they have it stretched out to fit the screen. And it looks fantastic. It looks way much better when it fits the entire screen. I'm just saying. They need to... Every film that's released on Blu-ray should fit the entire screen. Fuck widescreen. Okay? Fuck it. Fuck it up the arse. Fuck it. Alright? Widescreen does nothing but shrink. It ruins your... I've always said this. It ruins your viewing. It ruins it. Because you should be able to see... This should fit the entire screen. Especially when you're in Blu-ray in an HD. All films should fit the entire screen. I'm just saying. This, above all others, should be one that fits the entire screen. But it doesn't. And I don't know why. Because it just... I don't know. Mostly because when they convert stuff, they don't do anything new with it. They took the DVD resolution, the widescreen DVD resolution, touched it up to make it HD, and put it on a Blu-ray. That's what they did. It does look good, though. Even, after all these years. Oh, is it 35 years this year? Son of a bitch. 35 years. No. Yeah? Because in 2012 would be 25 years. Right? Yeah, hold on. So you get 2007 would be 10 years. 2017 would be 20 years. Wait a minute. It's 25 years. That's right. 25 years. This movie is almost 25 years old. I was going to say, can't be 35, because that'd be 1987, because I'm 35. Duh, you idiot. You guys know I'm stupid, right? Anyway, 25 years. They'll probably release a 25-year 4K for this. Probably. 25th anniversary, 25th anniversary 4K. They'll probably do that. Can you imagine it in 4K if it fits the entire screen? But yeah, I do think, though, if they took a few scenes out, they could have, I know they want to show the length of the trip, and even when things starts to sink, it does take a while, and I want to show the length of that too. But it's a long movie, 3 hours and 14 minutes long. That's a long movie, but it is enjoyable. By the way, this was my first titty, my first boobie. It's PG-13. You see boobs. You see Kate Winslet's boobs in this movie, and I remember we were watching this and I went, boobie. And I was like, what? It's PG-13, and it's done tastefully though. You see, when she goes to lay down, you see him, and then you see one just pop out over his little drawing thing, and then of course in the drawing, couple of shots, boobs. It's nothing gratuitous, nothing big, very tasteful, very well done. I wouldn't want to be DiCaprio sitting there with a boner trying to pretend to draw her. I don't think he drew. He really drew up sitting there pretending to draw her and have to keep looking up. I don't know. And if I remember correctly, they actually didn't like each other. And that just shows the chemistry they have on screen, even though they didn't like each other. I'm just saying. And I like Billy Zane. I'm a big Billy Zane fan. I'm still lobbying for him to be Lex Luthor. He's the Lex Luthor we need in a movie. He should have been in Batman v Superman instead of freaking Jesse Eisenberg. Who the fuck? What kind of drugs were they on when they had Jolly Rancher McGee as Lex Luthor? I get it. He's supposed to be Alexander Luthor, Lex Luthor Jr., but come on. He's not Lex Luthor. He's a joke. He's the Riddler, basically. But I don't know. I still lobby for Billy Zane to play Lex Luthor in some way, shape, or form. I wanted him to be Lex Luthor on Supergirl. We got John Cryer. He was actually pretty good. And then when they were doing a Captain Luthor for Superman and Lois, I said it's got to be him. And then it became Lowell Parks, I think his name is, African American. I'm like, wait a minute. A black and African American Lex Luthor, how's that work? Well, as it turns out, spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen Superman and Lois, he's actually John Henry Irons. And no, it's not Shaquille O'Neal. It's Steel, not Shaquille O'Neal. So that was a good twist. But back to Titanic, because that's what we're here for. I'm going to have to say, look, these are all Oscar winners, right? So you think they should immediately be to the moons, right? That's not necessarily what's going to happen. It's all about how I perceive and what kind of movie it is. I will say, though, when it comes to Titanic, we're going to talk about the ending. We got to talk about the ending. It's revealed. So here's the thing. Does she not tell them she has the diamond? Because in the flashback, we see that she pulls it out of the jacket. And is this like an extended version? It's like, I don't remember Cal yelling out that he left the diamond in the jacket. Because I always thought it was a shock when she pulled it out of the jacket. But she finds it. And I thought she was telling, Bill Paxton and his crew about it. But they just kind of give up. And I'm like, wait, did she just say she had it? No, because in the next scene, she wakes up out of her sleep. She has the diamond. She throws it into the ocean. And yeah, there's actually a different ending, though. And this ending, they actually catch her trying to throw it overboard. She allows Bill Paxton to touch it and then throws it overboard anyway, and he starts laughing. Either because he realizes that it's not necessary to go after it, or he's lost his fucking mind. I'm going towards the latter, but yeah. to me, the fat guy's like, that really sucks, lady. Yeah. Yeah, then we cut back, and we go back to the regular ending now. She's in bed, and it goes down to the Titanic, and it shows her walking up the stairs, and Jack is there, and with the implication meaning she died in her sleep. Being at 101 years old, I would assume, yes, she died. But I would say, though, when it comes to Titanic, it's pretty good. I'm going to say that. I'm not going to... No, I need to have some variety, right? I need to be my personal... It's a good movie. There's going to be which one of these is going to be perfect, right? All right, so let's roll. 5. It's a 5. 5. All right, so it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what we got here. All right. So same time. Dances with Wolves. We're just going back to my childhood. Forrest Gump will be the next one. You watch. Dances with Wolves, starring Kevin Costner. And we'll check to see how long the movie is. 181 minutes. Is that longer than this one? No, it's not. This is still the longest so far, 194. This one's 181. So it's shorter, but... And this thing is over 25 years old. 1990. So this came out in 2015. Okay. Yeah, this was a movie my grandparents watched a lot, so we're throwing it back, I guess. So what are your thoughts on Titanic? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Excuse me. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.